Hey, do you all have mothers?
Where'd that question come from?
Well, after hearing that Velvet, Kamawana, and Eleanor all lost their parents, I just got curious.
My mother was a strict, frightening woman, but she died a long time ago.
I see.
I have no parents either, but the wicked witch who took me in said I was born from a peach that floated down the river.
Coming from you, I'd almost believe that.
And you, Aizen?
We Malakim are formed from untainted mana. Sometimes humans are reborn as Malakim, but they retain no memory of their previous lives. In other words, we don't have blood relations like humans do.
I see. By the time I was aware of anything around me, I was already tethered and being called number 2. I suppose having no mother means I don't have any memories before that. I told Medusa that losing a mother is painful, but I can't know how painful it is.
Go easy on him, Aizen. He's just a kid.
I'm just telling it like it is. But listen to me, Laphicet. You can share deep connections with other people, even if you don't have a biological family. Malakim, too, can form precious bonds. True friendships, even family.
That's right. Your words wouldn't have stopped Medusa if they weren't true in your heart.
You really think so?
I'm sure of it.
It's far better than being a witch born from a peach.
Nonsense! There's no nobler way to be born! I have an everlasting friendship with a dog, a monkey, a pheasant, and Bienfu.
I hope he's right.
You said that Malakim can have familial ties, but what makes you and your sister siblings if you're not related by blood?
Well, a very long time ago, I was born into this world from an Earth Pulse point up on a sacred mountain. I remained in that place for a long while, and then one day, she was born from the very same Earth Pulse point. Before we knew it, we had wound up living together under the same roof.
Are 2 Malakim always siblings if they come from the same Earth Pulse point?
No. Other Malakim were born there, but I never felt like they were my family. But something, I don't know what, was different with her. If she was sad, I'd feel sad. And if I was happy, she'd be happy too. She can be abrasive, but when she smiles, it's like nothing else. I swore to myself that whatever happened, I would protect her. I made a pendant from a stone on that sacred mountain and gave it to her as a lucky charm. Of course, she just wears it as a necklace.
And your pendant? Did she give that to you?
She had the same idea I had. She made the pendant herself and gave it to me as a good luck charm. Without either of us having mentioned a word of it beforehand, we each gave each other pendants in the same shape on the very same day. That's when I really knew that what I had felt all along was true. We were brother and sister.
Is that her in the picture?
Yeah. It's a self-portrait she drew for me on the day I left home.
Did you draw her a picture of yourself?
No. I don't exactly have an artistic side.
Well, I'm sure that if you looked inside her pendant, you'd find a portrait of the person who matters most to her.
I hope so.
Yeah, and it would be nice if it was you.
Ah, there you two are.
Hi, teacher. Have you made progress deciphering the book?
I have indeed. It turns out there was a second counting song. I've already transcribed it. Would you read it aloud for us, child?
Okay. When the 8 malevolences overflow, in the culmination of mankind's despair, Innominat will bring an end to all peoples and restore them to time immemorial. 4 Empyreans shall wield a wrathful sword and cleave the great devourer, 2 asunder to sleep beneath the earth, as scarlet moonlight illuminates the evil. The nameless Empyrean hath one heart. The nameless Empyrean hath one body.
Oh, yet more delightful material to keep us awake at night.
If I'm understanding this right, it's discussing the specific nature of Innominat? That's what I believe, yes. When the 8 malevolences overflow in the culmination of mankind's despair, Innominat will bring an end to all peoples.
So, when the world is at peak malevolence, Innominat will use that power to bring an end to all. Is that it?
He's going to wipe out all of humanity?
Is that what the Abbey is after? Is that why they've been trying to bring back Innominat?
No, Artorias is not that kind of man. His 2 primary ideals are the many over one, and the restoration of order through will and reason. He sacrificed Laufey to protect this world, not to eradicate it.
You mean that's who he is as far as you know, yeah? People change, Velvet. Perhaps the shepherd gave up hope. Maybe he lost faith in mankind. Fools prone to sin, endlessly generating malevolence.
He's not like that. If that's all true, then what point was there in Laufey's death?
Is there anything else in that book?
Yes and no. This copy itself is incomplete. There ought to be further pages, but they're missing. For now, I've done all I can.
There must be an original somewhere, right?
Without it, I doubt the Abbey would be plotting Innominat's revival. We can be sure they have complete understanding of their Empyrean's nature.
But this was the only copy in the royal villa. If the original is out there, who knows where it could be?
It's getting pretty late. Why don't we call it a day?
Yeah, let's get some rest.
Hey, Laufey, Medessa let me sleep in her bed last night.
She's warm for a snake lady.
That's great.
She's gonna help me take a bath now. You should come join us too.
What? I couldn't.
It's okay. I don't mind at all.
Hey, Kamoana. Did you know? Dial started to grow a brand new tail.
Wow, really? I want to see.
He's up at the observation tower.
Let's go see. Modessa, you too.
All right. But don't run, or you'll trip.
Thanks, Eleanor. I appreciate it.
Having some girl trouble, my little Malik?
I'm just glad Kamawana and Medissa are starting to feel better.
Yeah, they both still have a long way to go, but it's such a relief to see them smiling.
We've got bigger things to worry about. Hurry up and locate the next Earth Pulse point.
Right. Okay.
Must you always be so blunt, Velvet?
I must, in fact. We're up against the Abbey here, and sooner or later they'll find this place.
That's true, but still.
Do we go find another hideout?
No, we'll keep on the offensive. We'll capture the remaining Therians before the Abbey finds us.
As a swordsman, I can respect that mindset.
I'm not so sure we could hold this place anyway.
And we've got no obligation to.
I found another Earth Pulse point. It's in the eastern part of Eastgand, I think.
But that's... All right. We're headed for Eastgand.
Then our first stop should be Port Taliesin.
Grimoire always looks like she never wants to do any work, but despite all her grumbling, when she starts a job, she gets it done. And quickly, too. She's frank, but she still takes care not to say anything to hurt anyone's feelings. I have to say, I like that in a woman. It's charming.
Well, sorry if I'm inconsiderate and charmless then.
I didn't mean it like that. You're all still so young and have led different lives. Can't fault you for being you.
Well, if you're saying we lack a certain air of maturity, I might not disagree.
That's for sure. It's true Lord Artorius has scolded my lack of composure at times.
Although I do get the impression that Grimoire has been dependable like that since she was young.
And it's a good impression at that. Old Grim's been that way since the day she was born. I hate to admit it, but her combination of insightful words and deadpan expression has charmed the hearts of many a Moloch. At her peak, she had a fan club 8,848 members strong, and her dinner shows would sell out the day the tickets went on sale. Malachim came by the droves to doze off listening to her live readings of ancient books.
Wow! I had no idea she was so popular.
Yeah, she's even a regular feature in Who's Who Among Norman.
Now that I think about it, I could see how a person could interpret her lethargy as patience and her vague dispassion as maturity and poise. Compared to her, I'm just...
Were you just trying to imitate her?
No, I didn't mean to.
Whether you meant to or not, that kind of felt like her just now. I can see it in you, waiting to be awakened, that sophisticated charm.
Me? Sophisticated and charming? I don't know.
Try talking like her. You know how she lets her sentences trail off. This is your make-or-break moment here.
All right. I think I know what you mean. Here goes nothing. Oh... What do you think, Laphicet? Do I sound like her?
It feels a little off, but you're definitely doing it. I think.
You don't have to grow up, Madam Eleanor. You're cute just the way you are.
You stay out of this, Bienfu!
When mankind's despair reaches its pinnacle, Innominat shall reach out and bring an end to all.
So that song bothers you too?
No matter how many times I read it, I don't see any good in it.
Understanding that ancient tongue is difficult, right? Perhaps there's another interpretation? Maybe the end to all actually means an end to all human suffering, for example.
That is a possibility. But we're far too lacking in material to know anything for sure.
We need the other half of that book, or some other text on Inominat.
We don't have the time to search for it. Wouldn't even know where to start looking.
And don't forget that that book is just a copy. Whoever transcribed it might have made an error, too.
That's an unexpectedly sharp insight coming from you.
I'm an expert at errors. When Miss Magilu made me copy magic tomes for her, I did it pretty half-heartedly.
Didn't that cause a lot of problems?
Well, when she tried to cast a spell from one of the tomes, the spell exploded in her face. It's really her own fault, though. She told me to copy 100 books in 3 days! That's impossible!
Oh, how cruel!
Cruel is right! That witch is a real devil, I tell you! A slave driver!
Bien Fu, let's go somewhere a little more private, shall we?
Miss Magilu!
Hush now. There's no need to worry. I'll make it a half-hearted punishment. Not that I really care, but who ended up winning the fishing competition when we were trying to catch a Therian?
Man, that was a while ago. I lost because I came away with nothing.
No, it was a draw. As I'm sure everyone remembers, all I fished up were octopus demons. We were competing over who would catch the Therian. Demons didn't count, so my score was 0-2.
No, the loss is mine, and I'm not giving it to you.
That's not just something you can up and decide like that. In fact, by fishing up those octopus demons, I put everyone in danger. That should count for negative points. I lost.
Who cares? It was all in fun.
I care. Every competition must have a winner and a loser, no matter what. That's just how I see it.
Yeah, I'm with Eisen on this one. It doesn't do anyone any good to make the final results murky.
I can't believe I'm going to do this. Eisen, your curse would mean that the odds were stacked against you from the start. That doesn't make for a fair competition, does it?
Yeah, she's got a good point. We'll just have to settle the score some other way.
What can you guys do? Play cards? Chess? What?
Cards are a no-go for me. I'll just end up drawing jokers.
And I can play shogi, but I don't know chess.
Then what about arm wrestling? Would that work?
Whoa, whoa! Having a demon and a Moloch clasp hands is just asking for trouble with malevolence.
You're both adults, so why not a drinking contest?
That's it! If we have a drinking contest, we'll be able to compete on an even playing field.
Yeah, I don't see anything wrong with that. I'll have the crew bring out the drinks.
Well, that's one way of resolving it, I suppose.
Whatever gets it done. I'm not gonna complain.
If you guys are gonna have a drinking contest, you're gonna need some tasty snacks to go with all that alcohol, right?
Definitely. Let's go out and fish us some snacks.
Yeah, let's take out the little boat. We can even pick up where we left off our fishing competition.
Didn't we just figure out he can't really fish?
We were just about to finally resolve this mess. Why'd you have to go and stick your nose into it?
What? Why are you yelling at me? I didn't do anything wrong! Bien!
It's sour.
So you've kept your sense of taste.
In my dreams I have. Nowhere else.
Does that make this a dream?
It would have to be, wouldn't it? After all. I devoured you.
That's right. Don't you go forgetting it.
How could I ever forget it? The taste of your... How could I ever...
Looks like the fog's rolling in.
Yep.
Eleanor, there's something I want to be sure we get perfectly clear.
All right. What is it?
Laphicet is not your little Moloch.
What? That's all you wanted to say? You realize he doesn't belong to you either, right?
Indeed I do. Laphicet's his own person, and not anyone else's.
You're right. Malachim aren't just tools to be used by exorcists as they pleased. I'll be more careful not to forget that.
Good, as long as we're on the same page.
Since we're on the subject of reminders, you haven't forgotten our little bet, have you, Velvet?
You mean the 100 gold on whether I'd break? No, I haven't forgotten.
A word of caution. People can fight against pain, but they can't fight against happiness. If you're keen on winning our bet, I'd steer clear of ill-fitting dreams.
Sorry to break it to you, but all I have anymore are nightmares.
The fog's cleared. Good thing we didn't wind up getting lost in it.
Of course we didn't. Who do you think is running this ship?
A bunch of shameless rogues who are very good at shameless roguery.
Damn straight.
But it's strange. These waters don't usually see much fog.
Whoa! It's like a castle.
This used to be the base of operations for a rich trading family. When trouble came knocking, they were ready for it, to say the least.
Wow. They must have had a lot of enemies.
But that was a long time ago. Nowadays, it's just another town in the middle of nowhere. But even so, to us, it was the big city of our dreams.
You know this area well.
I grew up near here. Keep on going, and you'll run into a ball. My home village.
Then, the Therian is...
Yeah, somewhere in my village.
Is that okay?
No one will know me there. Everyone I knew, I already devoured.
I just love the feel of the sun on my face. I'm glad the fog finally cleared up. For days it was so thick, you couldn't see past your own nose.
We're lucky a demon didn't show up in all that fog.
Eastcan hasn't had much demon trouble to speak of. Didn't you know that? During the Advent, towns all across Eastcan were attacked by demons. It was Lord Artorius who saved us. Ever since, our towns have seen almost no demon attacks.
Is that true?
Oh, pardon me, Lady Exorcist. But if you're with the Abbey, surely you've heard about how things are here in Eastgand. Of course, demons are lurking about outside our towns. But for whatever reason, they don't attack us where we live.
That sounds unbelievable.
Everyone who visits us from abroad says the same thing. But this is neither joke nor lie. Everyone says that Lord Artorias' power lingers here, protecting our town against the demons. Whatever the reason, you're safe here. Relax and please enjoy yourselves.
Thank you. We appreciate it.
Why do demons avoid these towns?
You're travelers, right? How are other towns doing? Is the demon blight as bad as they say?
Demons are attacking cities all the world over, and the demon blight is spreading like wildfire. It's nuts!
That's terrible. Living in this town, I almost forgot about the demons. There hasn't been a case of demon blight here since the Advent. Nothing much has changed over the past 3 years.
Yeah, this town's the same as it's always been.
You've been here before?
Many times.
Really now? Wait, there is something that changed. The prickle boar meat.
The prickle boar meat?
Yup, it's gotten much easier to get your hands on high-quality, tasty meat. The hunters are probably able to do so well because they don't have to worry about demon attacks. Well, I hope you enjoy your return to Taliesin. Have fun.
A town without demons.
Could be there's a Therian at the Earth Pulse Point in Eastgand that's devouring the malevolence. What do you think?
That would certainly explain things.
Ah, damn! I forgot today was the day Nico was coming. I missed out on buying that special quiche.
That's too bad. I wish she'd just open up a shop here. You'd think it would be easier than always having to make the long trek from a ball.
I heard she doesn't want to leave the village because she's waiting for her missing friend to return.
What are you talking about? A ball's nothing but a ruin!
What? Well, you're a morbid young woman. Sure, the place was hit pretty bad by a demon a few years ago, but it's not like it's abandoned.
Many of the villagers were hurt, but thanks to Lord Artorias, nearly all of them survived in the end.
That can't be!
It certainly is. In fact, there's a girl from there, Nico, who comes here once a week to sell things.
Just yesterday, my husband sent medicine to the general store there and got some juicy prickle boar meat in return.
That can't be right. With my own hand,
Velvet? Velvet said a ball was wiped off the map, but it sounds like someone's been coming from there with things to sell. Do you think a new group of settlers moved in?
Apparently that merchant Nico is someone Velvet knows.
She said something about Artorias having saved the village. Do you think it had something to do with the Earth Pulse Point?
I can't say. We've heard too many conflicting things.
This feels wrong to me. Really, really wrong.
We won't find the truth by wandering blindly in the dark. The path forward is our only way.
Right. It's not like we can turn back.
But Miss Mogulu, what if there's darkness ahead too?
Then we'll take a nice nap together. Forever, probably.
Oh.
What's going on?
That's what I'd like to know.
Good day. How are you liking Taliesin? I bet you're surprised not to see any exorcists.
Yeah, I've never been to a town like this.
The exorcists stationed in Eastgand often leave to help deal with problems in other parts of the world. Then again, few are stationed here to begin with.
Are they on another of those expeditions now?
That's right. They're currently in Northgand, helping put down a group of dangerous demons. Even though they're gone, we still have regular exorcist patrols stop by. We feel safe enough with them. Maybe they should just move the capital to Eastgand. Of course, I know there's no way that would happen.
We'll just have to go there and see for ourselves. Which way is your village?
It's far to the east, through the Morgana woods.
I wonder what Velvet's hometown is like.
A ball? I've heard about it from other sailors, although that was a long time ago. They said it's a fairly plain place, and it's home to rustic, hospitable folk.
That sounds like any country village to me.
I wonder if Velvet used to be rustic and hospitable.
Oh, you mean to say she's devious and rude now?
Not at all.
It's okay, you can admit it. It's pretty much the truth.
Well, I imagined she was a plain, hardworking girl.
You really believe that?
Call it a guess, really.
I bet she was a cheerful, loving sister.
Maybe so.
And now she's the Lord of Calamity. If she sees her former friends, maybe she'll remember some of what she's lost.
But what has she lost?
A foe worth killing.
I'll stop you!
No escape!
No escape!
Straight! Stigma! Make us
Eat it!
No
No escape! No escape!
Deception!
You're wide open!
No escape!
Take that!
You're wide open! Skies like beguile!
Three!
Illusory veil!
Deception!
Die!
Fire!
Double haze!
Splitter!
No escape!
Dark and Twin Whip! Break chain!
Possess!
Jade Wave!
Twin Whip!
Double haze!
Whoa there! Splitter!
Winds chills them
Take
to
that!
the bone!
Devour! Blast away the shadows of darkness! Finish! Whoa there! Rush straight! Blast away the shadows of darkness!
No,
Are there more?
no escape!
I'll
There it
take
goes.
that!
No escape!
It
Full
doesn't
two!
seem! Pyrogenic,
No
I
escape!
won't go easy on you!
Die!
Dark and light! Clear up!
Skies like
Take that.
beguile!
Rip and tear!
Illusory veil!
Twin whip! Finish!
Foot three!
Rush straight!
Deception!
Crusher!
See this?
I'll
See this?
help you!
Unarmed? Hardly. These are deadly weapons.
Huh. What'll it take to make you go all out?
Are we ready for this?
Devour!
Let's go! No escape!
Twin whip! You won't get away!
Double haze! No escape! You're wide open! Die or be killed! Die!
Take that! Dark Make a sonic thrust!
You won't
get away!
Blades of wind slice them! Air thrust! You're wide open!
Take that! Devour! Take that! Gaze of fiery mirror! Twin whip! You won't get away! Inferno!
You're wide open!
Make a sonic thrust!
Ready to die? Think you can dodge? Just try! Perfect mayhem! That's all, huh?
For five! Come!
Let's go!
See this?
You're wide open! Die or be killed! If you want to live, get out of my way.
A foe worth killing.
No escape!
Take that!
I'll stop you!
Finish! Laughing Raven!
Blades of wind slice them!
Splitter! Incandescent beam! Pyrogenic ring!
Too
Splitter!
slow!
Frigid Photon!
Dark and light!
Megasonic
Gaze upon my fiery mirrors!
Deception! Splitter!
Crushing wings!
Megasonic Craft!
I'll stop you!
Splitter!
Illusory veil!
Incandescent steam!
I'll stop you!
Stigma!
I'll stop you!
Take that!
I'll help you!
Twin Whip! Finish! Laughing Raven!
Kaleidos Red!
Twin Whip!
Come! Armor Crusher! Too slow!
Blast away the
Surrogate!
shadows of darkness!
Megasonic Thrust! Eleanor! Leave this to me! Shake the heavens!
Dark and light!
You're wide open! Double haze!
Shake the heavens!
Let's go!
Lightning!
Rain down!
You're wide
Shadows
open!
of darkness!
Lightning! Rain down!
Die or be killed!
Shock drum!
That's all, huh? Crusher! You're wide open!
Lightning! Rain
Winds
down!
kill them to the bone! Shooting star! Frigid Photon! You're wide open!
That's all,
Cut
huh?
off! Take this!
For 5!
Lightning! Rain down!
Gaze
Hold
upon
up!
my fiery
Blades of
mirrors!
wind
drum!
slice them!
Shake the heavens!
Air
Lightning!
thrust!
Rain
You're
down!
wide open!
Shock drum!
Caught you!
It was a close one, but
Are we ready for this?
Devour!
Blast away the shadows of
Twin
darkness!
Whip! You won't get away!
Windlash! Double haze!
Swirling black cloud
Megasonic
by
Thrust!
night!
No escape! You're wide open! No
Twin
escape!
Whip!
Armor Crusher!
Splitter!
Jade Wave! Deception! No escape! Form 2!
Twin Whip!
Frigid Photon! Too
Blast
slow!
away the shadows of
No
darkness!
Armor Crusher!
Blessed drops!
Eleanor! Leave this
Gaze
to
upon
me!
my fiery
Armor
mirrors!
Crusher! I'll stop you! I'll stop
Right!
you! Deception!
Crimson Servant!
Come!
Flame!
Hurricane!
Shake the heavens!
Caught you!
Lightning! Rain down!
To killing flash! When I'm this close, I won't miss! Form 0! Thunder!
Lightning! Rain!
Up! You're wide
Pierce!
open!
I'll help you!
Let's go!
Lightning! Rain down!
Armor Crusher! Shooting star! Let's go!
Lightning!
Let's go!
Lightning! Rain
No
down!
escape! See this? You're wide open! Armor Crusher! Die or be killed!
I did it! It looks like no one is injured.
say, do you know why Velvet was sent to that prison island in the first place?
It had to be to funnel the other prisoners' malevolence to Innominat, right?
There's an Earth Pulse point near Abal, right? Wouldn't it have been easier just to leave her there?
Lack of food, probably. I heard she devoured the entire village.
Could that rumor really be true?
Who can say? Let's ask Eisen's coin.
You know it doesn't work like that.
All right, let's think. Why else would Artorias move Velvet to the island? If she was the first Therian he captured...
He needed a guinea pig to test out what was written in the ancient book.
Precisely. He made a special cage for her in the island prison, where Earth Pulse Point and Malevolence met. Then he used Velvet to test how Therians work.
Huh. I could see him doing that.
But turning his own family into an experiment.
I'm just offering a theory. But a man willing to sacrifice his brother's life wouldn't likely show mercy to his sister either.
How could he be capable of such things?
Perhaps that's just how badly he wants to save this world. Or perhaps there's no other way it could be saved.
Huh? Do you think there'll be ruins at this Earth Pulse point, too?
If you're expecting something like the undersea or underground temples we saw before, you might be setting yourself up for a disappointment.
Have you been there before?
No. But if there's any such kind of grand structure here, it wasn't recorded in the Abbey's archives. Eastgand has long been a frontier, and civilization here was never really developed. Plus, the land to the east is said to be unstable, making it hard to build anything too large there.
Even if a temple had been built there, the shifting earth would likely have swallowed it without a trace. The worship of Innominat may be widespread now, but just a few years ago, Empyrean faith was all but dead.
Right.
Still, if you actually searched for the ruins, I bet you could come up with something incredible. We've seen underwater and underground temples, so why not a temple in the sky?
A temple in the sky?
It's a romantic thought, and the ancients were certainly advanced, but...
Flying temples are a bit far-fetched, eh?
Hey, that's the beauty of magic. Anything could happen. A flying temple, a beautiful woman being sawed in half. The border between dream and reality is as fine as a frog's hair.
Maybe you just spend too much time daydreaming.
Maybe.
That voice!
Nico!
Let's go!
Take that!
What's going on? How can Nico be here?
Take that! Card
Illusory
Make
veil!
a thrust!
Too slow!
Twin whip! Boy, make a thrust! Spring chain! Eleanor! Leave this to me! Shake the heavens!
For 4!
Here goes! Five!
Illusory
Pierce!
For 4!
You're wide open! Burn!
Lightning! Rain down!
Ready to die? Think you can dodge? Just try! Perfect mayhem!
Lightning! Shake the heavens! Do you see?
Follow.
Lightning! Rain...
Deception!
Blast
Deception!
Flash step!
Lightning! Rain down!
Jade Wave!
Shock drum!
Double haze!
Shake the heavens!
Blast Eat it.
away the
You're
lightning!
wide
Rain
open!
down!
Eat
Shock
it!
drum!
Eat it!
Armor Crusher!
Lightning! Rain down!
I'll stop you!
Winds
Shock
chill them to the
drum!
bone!
Velvet! Enough
Frigid
waiting!
photon! How's that?
Nope. Caught you! Armor Crusher!
Take that!
Blades of
Devour!
wind slice them!
Finish! Rush strike!
Deception! Double
Set
haze!
twin whip!
Hey!
Taken light!
Don't let
Shooting star!
Set Syringe!
See that?
Down! Kaleidos ray!
Up!
Kaleidos
Hey!
ray!
Hurricane!
I'll help you!
Eat it!
Kaleidos
Okay.
ray!
Double haze! Hurricane!
Go easy
Pummel!
on you!
You're wide open!
Crash through
Burn!
Geo stigma!
Pummel!
Twin whip! Set!
I'll
Wind
stop you!
lance!
For 4!
Up!
Moonlight
Deception!
cyclone! Syringe!
Let's go!
Hurricane light!
Crusher! Up!
For 1!
Got no escape!
How's that?
Double haze!
You're wide open!
Rolling
Burn!
fire of no escape!
Pummel!
Glitter!
For 3! Damn it!
Up!
Ah!
Incandescent steam! Syringe dragon! Set!
Let's go!
Geo
Eat-
stigma!
Jade Wave! For 3!
Double haze!
Pummel!
Nope.
Swirling black fire of
Double
no
haze! Double
No
haze!
escape!
Hurricane!
Fire! Dragon!
Pummel! Jade Wave!
Wide open!
It's bird!
Pummel! Wind lasher!
No escape!
Hurricane! No escape!
Pummel!
Moonlight cycle! Moonlight
Wind
cycle!
lance!
Great chain!
Pummel!
Set! No escape!
Wind lance!
Caught you! Armor Crusher! See this?
Wide open! Burn! Pummel!
From two!
Wind lance!
Jade
Rising
Wave!
Falcon!
Illusory
Loaded!
gale!
Shooting Star!
Let's go!
Great Mire! No escape!
Jade Wave!
Spirits release! You wronged me! Here's your justice! Binding order!
Pummel!
Jade
Wind
Wave!
lance! Crush it off!
Deception!
I'll help you!
Eleanor!
Hurricane!
To me!
Armor Crusher!
Shake the heavens!
See this?
Here goes! Too slow! Fine! Crimson Surge! I'll help you! Gaze upon my fiery
I'll
wheel!
stop it! Double haze! Shooting Star!
Pyrogenic Crimson Servant! Carve them up! Pierce! Blast away the shadows! Flare beast! I'll help you! Lightning Dragon!
Jade Wave! See this? Jade Wave! Double haze! Double haze!
Lightning
Shooting Star!
No mercy! Wounds that won't heal! Carved into flesh! Lethal pain! Lightning
Armor Crusher! Jade Wave!
Lightning! Rain down!
No escape! Shooting Star!
Falcon!
I'll stop you! Deception!
Devour! Rain down!
Deception! See this? See this?
No escape! How could this happen? Sword and dragon!
For 5!
Crash through!
Double off!
Eleanor!
You saved me! Lightning! Rain down! Too slow!
For 1! Vengeance!
Gaze upon my fiery mirrors!
See this?
It is I!
Alien Strike!
First aid! Spell absorber! Whoa, what in the world?
Jade Wave! Double... Hey, damn it!
Hiya! Lightning spin! Spell absorber! First aid! Soaring dragon! Hiya!
Shooting Star! I'll stop you! Double haze!
Hiya! First aid! Spell absorber! Void mire!
Shooting Star!
Yes!
First
See this?
aid!
Deception!
Hiya! Spin,
Double
spin!
haze!
Crash spell absorber! Slow down!
Shooting
Crash
Star!
spin! Rising spell absorber!
Hurricane!
Take
Jade
that
Wave!
with devour! Slow down! Spin, spin! Carve 'em up!
I'll stop you! Double haze!
Hiya!
See this?
Gaze upon my
Deception!
fiery mirrors! Hiya! Whoa, what in the world? Give this to me! No escape! Crash through! Rain down! Devour!
I can't believe it. Is it really you? Velvet? What is this? How are you alive?
I could ask you the same question. Where have you been this whole time? You just up and disappeared. Everyone thinks that you were eaten by a demon. But I knew it couldn't be true. You're too strong to let some crummy demon take you down. You're alive. Sorry, I didn't mean to embarrass you in front of your friends. I have to let everyone know the good news. You finally come back to us.
Nico's alive. She's alive.
Don't let your guard down. I've got a bad feeling about this.
Well, naturally, we've got a Reaper with us.
Let's head for a ball. We can ask everyone there exactly what happened.
Yeah.
Velvet, I have to ask. Are you sure that the other villagers died that day?
Well, it's not like I had time to check. This can't be. After what I did, when he killed Laffy.
Velvet, are you alright?
Of course I'm alright. I know I'm right. I'm sure of it. This isn't how the village should be.
Well, let's stay calm and investigate.
I am calm. I'm fine. Really.
It didn't seem like that was someone else masquerading as this Nico girl.
But if she's the real thing, then something very unnatural is going on. You get me, Rokuro?
Yeah, we better keep an eye out.
Velvet! You're really all right.
Oh, thank heavens! It's so good to see you!
Where have you been all this time? You never even wrote!
But I don't. I thought the whole village was wiped out that day.
Yeah, it nearly was.
But just when we thought it was all over, Arthur, Lord Artorias, saved us! No, it was his doing in the first place. He sacrificed Lapiset.
It really was a shame what happened to that poor boy.
That's all you have to say? A shame? My brother Laffy died
I'm sorry. Truly, I am. But you can't lose hope, dear.
He's right. What counts is that your brother's still alive.
He's alive?
He's in your house. Don't worry, we've all pitched in to take care of him.
I don't...
Velvet. Velvet, let's go to your house and see.
Yeah, okay. Luffy's alive?
What's wrong?
Well, that didn't break it.
Next time you suspect an illusory art, test out your theory on yourself.
You think we're all seeing an illusion?
It's possible. It wouldn't be the first time.
But an entire village? That shouldn't be possible. Shouldn't be, no.
How do we approach this? Try to break it apart at the seams somehow?
No. For now, We and our enemies share the same goal. Come on, help me look for the Therian.
Sure.
I think I'll stick with Velvet.
I won't stop you.
Keep a close eye on her. I don't think she's entirely right in the head at the moment.
Yeah.
My home. It hasn't changed a bit.
We need to be careful, Velvet. Eisen thinks this could be a trap.
You think Nico and everyone are being controlled?
I don't know. It's just...
You think it could be Melchior's doing. But even so... It's not going to work on me.
You're insane.
People can fight against pain, but...
I won't be deceived by this.
You'll open your wound.
You're warm. Luffy, you're really alive. Luffy?
He's been asleep. Ever since that day. I found him at the shrine. Collapsed on the ground. His wounds healed, but he's never woken up.
If he's still alive, that's all that matters. I'll find a way to wake you again, Luffy. I swear I will. We'll be together. I still have to thank you for this comb after all.
So that's where Velvet's comb came from. Did Lord Artorias really try to sacrifice such a defenseless child?
What's wrong, Laphicet? You don't look like your usual perky self.
I'm okay. I'm just glad Velvet's all right.
What? Your name is Laphicet too? What a weird coincidence!
Yeah.
Hey, sorry about all that, you guys.
Don't worry about it. What are we going to do now?
If it were me, I'd make Laphicet something he really likes for dinner tonight. He can handle soup. Maybe he'll notice the smell of your cooking and it'll wake him up.
Yeah, maybe I should. Would you watch after him while I go buy what I need?
Of course. I am at your beck and call.
Is there anything I can do to help too?
Yes, please. I'll need you to be my taste tester.
I wonder if they've located the Therian. Let's just leave that to them. You're not curious? Of course I am. But for right now, I want to stay close to Velvet. I've got a really bad feeling about this. Something more important than finding the Therian? Yeah. My stomach is twisted, and I've got a chill up my spine. I'm really scared. Very well. I trust your feelings. We'll leave the Therian to Rokuro and Eisen, and stay with Velvet then. Thanks, Eleanor. Magilu, what will you do?
Whatever I feel like.
I shouldn't have asked. Thanks anyway, Magilu.
Are you sure you're doing the right thing?
In the end, whatever happens, happens. Wiser words never spoken, right?
All right, first I'm going to whip up my special quiche. And then I'll throw in tomato and egg soup, and some pudding.
I didn't even know your face had smile muscles.
Could I get some eggs, milk, spinach, and tomatoes? And I'd love to know what cheese you'd recommend too.
You got it. And in celebration of your homecoming, I won't even charge. With you cooking up a feast like that, I'm sure Laphicet will wake up straight away.
Thanks. I really appreciate it.
You're getting spinach? I can't really handle it myself.
You'll never grow up strong if you don't eat your spinach, young lady.
I've done just fine without it so far, thank you.
Oh, if you insist. I'll leave it out just this once.
Wow, Velvet, you must be special. Not many folks get to be friends with an exorcist.
She's not my friend.
The way you two bicker, I find that hard to believe.
Oh yeah, do you have any prickle boar?
Oh, I'm sorry to say that I'm out at the moment.
That's fine. I'll hunt some up myself in the tranquil woods. Just like old times.
Actually, there haven't been any prickle boars there lately. You should try the Morgana Woods instead.
Okay, I'll do that. Thanks for the tip.
You don't like spinach, right, Eleanor?
Well, you know, I just... All right, it's true, but keep that between us, okay?
Velvet really seemed to be enjoying herself at the shop.
Quite. And she can really pick out a nice balance of foods while making every gulp count. She seems so cheerful and carefree.
That's the real Velvet. I'm sure of it.
Yes. An ordinary, dutiful, loving sister.
I wish she could have stayed that way. She could have lived a happy life, surrounded by her friends.
Just plain Velvet Crow, sister to Lord Artorias.
And maybe not Lord Artorias, but just plain Arthur.
A happy, ordinary life for an ordinary girl, with a kind family and supportive friends.
Alrighty, to the Morgana Woods to hunt some prickle boars.
Yeah, sure.